Drake, I waited 4 days. Where y'all at? I'm tired of this, man. The whole Diddy thing kind of got us distracted for a little bit, but Drake, where is your response? You had this insane energy for Meek Mill. Respond. Everybody's going in on Meek Mill's neck. Respond. Meek Mill was on tour with Nicki Minaj. Is that a world tour or a girls tour? Come on, man. Meek Mill at least responded. It wasn't the best response, but damn it, he said, you know what? Y'all want a response? I'm going to respond. Where is your excuse? You had 4 days off from your tour. And then people are throwing out lyrics. Oh, Drake said this when he's in battles. I'm the bigger artist, so I have to be more calculated. That's what Drake said in whatever fucking song he said those bars at. I'm the bigger artist, I have to be more calculated. I get it. All right, Kendrick is... Here's the... before I get into this, let's first go over this article. I'm going to talk a little bit later. So there is this artist by the name of BFB the Pac-Man, which I have no fucking idea who it is. And I said that on Twitter, and somebody said, how do you not know? Bro, I'm not going to know every fucking rap that's ever existed. Basically, on a song called Olympic Shit Talking, which is a fire title that was supposed to feature Drake, according to this guy. But he said he couldn't get it cleared because Kendrick's diss came out. With the diss, and he put everything on hold. So people were actually expecting, here's what happened. The night before the albums come out, sometimes in overseas, people on Spotify and Apple Music get the album a little bit earlier, a couple hours earlier. So fans of that were fans of Drake, and people a fan of this BFB guy were checking out the album and going on the song Olympic Shit Talk and noticing that Drake's not on the song at all. He responded and said, hey, Drake is on the song. TuneCore has the final version where Drake submitted his verse. That's what he said. TuneCore is a distribution platform. So we're expecting Drake updated his verse. That's from looking outside in, you're thinking, okay, Drake just submitted his verse. Clearly, he updated it to potentially respond to Kendrick. And the title is Olympic Shit Talk. And that's just like a great title to respond. What fucking better title do you want to respond? Had Drake actually been on here and featured and the song took off and he got these guys like a top 10 hit or somehow got him a number 1 hit off this, which would be insane, I bow down. Drake's the GOAT. Like, if you can get no-name ass rappers, no disrespect to these guys, nobody really knows them that much. Now, they probably, do some decent streams, but they're not on mainstream level. If I don't know them, shit, the average hip-hop fan doesn't know them. If Drake got on there and boosted that song so much up that it even became a top 10 hit as a diss track, I would have been like, Kendrick, yeah, it's just something else. But Drake would have been a whole different tier level because Drake's actually given stimulus packages to a lot of artists that we didn't know. I mean, Block Boy JB, Look Alive. We have no idea who that guy was until Drake jumped on that record and did his thing and gave him like a number 3 hit on the Hot 100, which is insane. Or number 1. I don't even know I think it went number 1. Regardless, we were waiting on that. Didn't happen. Then you have all these fucking videos and captions from Drake. He's on tour. He's yelling out when he's performing energy. A lot of energy. They ain't fucking with me. Like, he's yelling aggressively. Captions on IG left and right about, you guys sold out, this and that, some bullshit, whatever captions that he's got. All this shit. But think for a little bit. On back-to-back, Twitter fingers, trigger fingers, turn Twitter fingers. Like, you're doing the same shit. You're posting IG captions. You're not responding, Drake. And why is that? Here's my theory. Here's why Drake is taking his sweet time responding. One, I think he's genuinely scared because Adin Ross, the streamer on Twitch or whatever fuck platform, Kick or whatever he streams on, he said that he got word that Kendrick Lamar already has a diss track planned if Drake responds. So Drake sees that, and his Drake's friend Chubbs was like, oh, he says some shit like, he's scared. Let him drop the song. He's scared. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about, Chubbs? You're making no damn sense. He already dropped a diss track, direct diss track. It's Drake's time. The ball's in Drake's court. He needs to respond. How is Kendrick scared when he's the one that ignited this shit directly? He's not the scared one, Chubbs. Get out of here, man. You're too much of Drake's buddy friend. So I can expect that from that guy. Regardless, here's why I think Drake is scared. One, he's he's sitting here and he's like, hey, Kendrick has a response track. So if I'm going to respond, I got to be very calculated, have a response track to his response track. At least that's Drake. Drake is a very calculated individual. I'm not even joking. If you go to a lot of these diss tracks, they're like released on dates and times when this and this happened, and this is the reason why it's titled this and this. He's calculated. So he's seeing Kendrick is very calculated too. So he's worried about that, I'm sure. That's one thing. Two, this is the first time in a Drake beef battle where somebody matches him lyrically and matches him with star power. Drake has never had that. Drake has never had somebody match lyrically and with star power. Now, he's had people match lyrically. Joe Budden cooked him, but doesn't have the star power. People don't give a fuck. Pusha T cooked him. Doesn't have the star power. So people are saying, oh, where's Pusha T now? Nobody cares. In my eyes, I love Joe Budden and Pusha T, but that's just how the public viewed it. The star power wasn't there to do really, really a lot of damage to Drake. However, with Kendrick, there is star power. With Meek Mill, I think Meek Mill has lyrical ability, but he didn't match lyrical ability. He somewhat matched the star power. Meek's the biggest artist that Drake has beefed with. That's just a reality situation. But he's scared because now you got Kendrick Lamar, a guy who's lyrically matching Drake, or even better than Drake lyrically, and then matches him somewhat with star power. Now, I know Drake is the biggest period right now. Like, that's not even a debate. But Kendrick is up there. The whole big three. Like, Kendrick's up there. If you had to list them in the top 10 biggest artists in hip-hop in 2024, Kendrick's in the top 10, period. Drake would probably be number one, and then you put Travis Scott and all these other characters, J. Cole and whoever else you put in the mix, but Kendrick's there. He's probably even top 5. So he's matching him in star power. There's a huge Kendrick fan base. There's a huge Drake fan base. That's got him shaking his boots as well. I think that's another reason why he's like, okay, I have to be very careful with this because it can go really left. The third thing I think is the whole Pusha T beef changed his view on battling artists. He thought he could cook Pusha T because he doesn't have the star power, and he probably thinks Pusha T can't. Now, I think he knew Pusha T can rap, but just Pusha T's approach and his strategy just destroyed Drake. So that got him thinking, oh, if Kendrick has already something going on with another diss track, he's probably got shit planned out. I need to be very careful because it can end up like the Pusha T situation. Now, hip-hop hardcore fans view Pusha T beating Drake in that. That's just a reality situation. You ask a hardcore hip-hop. I'm not saying that Drake's Duppy freestyle was bad. It was amazing. It was immaculate. And I listen to it to this day. I love the fucking beat. But Pusha T just washed him. Just washed him. That's not even a question to me. So that got Drake thinking, okay, Pusha T did this type of damage. Let me be a little bit more calculated in how I approach this Kendrick thing because clearly Kendrick's got things planned and knows what to do. That's the third thing. Fourth, and this is trauma from the Pusha T thing as well. He's going to, and I would not be surprised, and I said this on previous episodes, he's going to shift the attention to Future and Rick Ross. That's what he's going to do. He's going to ignore the Kendrick situation, and he's going to go mainly to probably Future because Future, here's the thing, Future has the star power of Drake, but he doesn't have the lyrical ability. Nowhere near the lyrical ability of Drake. So it's easy hit for Drake. Easy. But the star power is there. But still, that's that trauma from Pusha T. Because what happened after Pusha T cooked him? Oh, all of a sudden the attention shift to Kanye West. All of a sudden I got this hardcore diss track towards Kanye West that if it releases, it's going to destroy everybody. It's going to destroy relationships. It's going to destroy families. Remember when, what's his name, man? Why is it slipping my mind? Remember from Houston, what's that guy's name, man? Mob Ties. Why am I slipping in his name? Sorry, it took me a while, but Jay Prince. Jay Prince is his name. Why am I slipped that up completely? But Jay Prince jumped in the whole thing, and all of a sudden Drake has this diss track that would destroy everybody in Kanye's family and all this stuff, and then Jay Prince jumped in. Oh, we're not gonna release. I stepped in to make sure that it didn't get released because, come on, man. Don't tease a diss track and then be like, nah, I'm not gonna release because it's gonna do all this damage. That's the dumbest shit you could do. That hindered that Pusha T thing. Just spiraled into bad things for Drake in the battle. So he's got so much trauma from that this Kendrick thing can go left so quick because finally you got somebody that's matching your lyrical ability and your star power. So now, if you look at all these tracks back to back and waited 4 days, where y'all at? All these bars sound corny as fuck now because you're doing the same shit that you criticize Meek Mill. Same shit. You're writing IG captions. You're ignoring the situation. You're sounding aggressive like you're about to cry on stage. Drake, where you at? We're not going to get distracted from the Puffy situation. All right? We know Puffy touching butts and stuff, whatever. That's a whole different situation. We're talking about you, man. Where's the battle? Kendrick directly gave it. By the way, shots were at Cole, too. So Cole never hasn't said shit on Instagram, social media, nothing. So Cole's probably going to come back with a track like an artist is supposed to be. But, everybody's different. Drake's more social media active. So with that, I'm just frustrated in the whole thing. I think Drake is ducking and dodging right now. And all the Drake fans that deny that are just denying the fact that, hey, what Drake criticized Meek Mill for, he's doing the exact same thing right now. I don't care if he's a bigger artist. Doesn't matter to me. Kendrick's big too. So that whole thing of, this person's big and this person should wait. No. We are at war. Hip hop is a competitive sport. Damn it. All right.